First, as we begin, I'd like to pass along Principal Pena's hello, his greetings, and his apologies for not being able to be here tonight. His daughter had a very important event, and so he needed to wear his other hat as dad tonight. So I am Andrew Frosch, and I'm one of the assistant principals at Coon Rapids High School, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the grand reopening of the Coon Rapids High School auditorium. It's an incredible night for us tonight because we are celebrating the first major renovation in this space in a generation. And we couldn't be more excited to share it with you, our community, our staff, and our students. Before we go too much further, I want to make sure that we spend a moment just thanking some of the many people who helped make the project possible. First, thank you to the Anoka-Hennepin School Board for their tremendous support for this project, for the other renovation projects at Coon Rapids High School and throughout the district. And we have some of our Anoka-Hennepin School Board members here tonight, Matt Audette, Nicole Hayes, and Jeff Simon. So thank you for your support. Thank you also to the Coon Rapids High School Fine Arts Department for their input and creativity on the front end of this project, for their flexibility throughout construction as they had to adapt to kind of losing their main teaching space, and for their time and energy for putting on this showcase event tonight. So thank you to the Fine Arts Department. And finally, a huge thank you to the Anoka-Hennepin Buildings and Grounds Department, specifically Greg Cole, Ben Martinson, and Tom Karp, who's in attendance tonight. It was that group that took all of our ideas and our dreams for this space and helped to make it a reality that we're sitting in tonight. So thank you to them for that. And I just want to say how excited we are to have you tonight because as not only as a building, but as a whole district, we're excited at what our fine arts performances mean to our schools and to our community, as an opportunity to bring our community together and to create lasting memories as a group. And because of that, we're excited to open with an event tonight, to be able to share this space with you. We hope that you have a wonderful evening enjoying the performances of our awesome students, and we also hope to see you back here soon for some of the many performances that are coming up yet this fall and winter. So now I would like to pass it over and introduce our MC for tonight, our choir director extraordinaire, Ms. Amy Johnson.
Thanks. I didn't know I was going to have to talk, so I'm not. We are going to let the music speak for itself, but mostly I'm excited that none of you are sliding off your chairs right now. If you came to the auditorium pre-renovation, you maybe had an exciting ride as you sat down. So we're really excited about all of the wonderful changes in this space. We have a great evening planned for you, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the grand reopening concert.
Silent, sing. my name is Imani Harris. I play Catherine Schaub. Just a quick synopsis. Radium Girls is about the young women back in the 1920s who was poisoned by radium and went on to fight against their employers and companies for justice for wrongful diagnoses and wrongful actions towards women during this time.
I am Allie Staples. I play Grace Fryer. And so basically these women in the 20s would work in these factories where they worked painting watch dials with paint and brushes, and the paint was made with radium. And what they would do was they would put the brushes in their mouth, ingesting the radium, and that's how they got poisoned and sick from it.
And my name is Michaela Wild. I play Irene. And after they get sick from the radium, their jaws decay, and they get a lot of infections and horrible things that happen to their bodies. And doctors either don't know what happened or try to cover it up and misdiagnose many women. And yeah.
So that's Radium Girls.
Yes. Our show opens in about 2 weeks, November 10th through the 13th. And this is our snippet. Grace, you should have seen it. The church was filled with flowers, lilies and carnations and orchids. You know Amalia loved orchids.
Those weren't orchids.
They were orchids, Irene.
Flags.
Orchids. I know an orchid when I see one. Purple orchids. Oh, and Grace, you just should have seen it. The church was like, wait, what was that smell like? It was like...
Flowers?
No, it was like heaven. I was going to say it was like heaven.
Like heaven? Catherine, it was just a funeral. You make it out to be some sort of Valentino picture.
It wasn't just a funeral, it was Amalia's, and it was beautiful. You should have seen it, Grace. The church was just, it was like the botanical gardens. And the company bought a spray of flowers, too. Carnations.
Mums.
Yellow carnations.
Those were mums.
Well, it sounds like a nice service anyhow. Was McNeil there?
McNeil? Are you kidding? You think she'd cross the street for her own mother?
Most everybody else was, though. You was about the only girl on the floor who wasn't there.
I wanted to come, but Ma was working and I had to watch the little ones.
You could have brought them.
All 7?
Well, if it was me, I'd have tried to get there.
Just lay off. Grace feels bad as it is.
Were many of the fellas there?
Oh, yeah. Tons of fellas from downstairs. Mr. Roth from the front office, Mr. Reeder, and Dr. Von Shishaki was there.
Mr. Reeder left early.
Oh, well, he was there all the same. Oh, and Grace, you know that fella from Crystallizing? The one with the red hair. What was his name? You know who I mean.
Oh, the tall fellow with the freckles?
Yes, that's the one. And he snaps his fingers all the time.
George.
Jerry.
I think it's George.
It's Jerry. Jerry Mallon. He's the one who was always talking to Amalia in the day room.
That's right. Oh, and Grace, after the mass was over, he goes over to the coffin and he goes like this. Like this, he goes.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Really?
Oh, for pity's sake.
Oh, what? He did. Nobody could believe it.
So what if he did?
So what? He was in love with her. That's so what? Don't you think so, Grace?
Well, I guess he had to be, if he did that.
And can you imagine? I mean, can you imagine if he loved her and never told her, never could bring himself to say because she was so beautiful and he was so shy. And now it's too late. It's too late and their love is forever thwarted. He didn't tell her. He didn't tell her and he'll never get a chance ever again.
Poor Amalia.
Poor kid.
Her family took it awful bad. Quinta, Albina, everyone. Even her father was crying. I never saw a man cry like that before. Just bawling like a baby.
And you know why, too.
'Cause their daughter had died.
What she died from.
Irene, don't go spreading stories.
It's not a story. Albina told us. No reason Grace shouldn't know.
No what? No what? Amalia?
Ain't it awful? Albina says her father's fit to be tied too. 6 daughters at home and ain't none of them ever seeing a dance again.
All because Amalia upped and died from syphilis. It's not my fault that's what she died from.
You don't know that for sure.
Well, it's on the death certificate.
Anemia and complications from syphilis.
Maybe it's a mistake. Maybe the doctor got it wrong.
Oh, come on.
He could have got it wrong. Doctors are wrong sometimes.
Well, that's true. Doctor was wrong about Aunt Ivy.
What's Mama got to do with this?
Irene, don't you remember? Doctor said, up until the day she died, that Aunt Ivy would be fine. Take a cup of tea, get a good night's rest. And then 2 days later, we were taking her up to Rosedale Cemetery. Irene? Irene?
Irene, honey, you all right? Huh? Yeah, I'm all right. Why wouldn't I be?
What? Your mouth is bleeding.
And
Thank
Sam.
you.
As we get set for our final number, we just want to say thank you again for coming to our grand reopening concert. And in this last piece, come on down, bel canto. Yep. In this last piece, I am going to turn around from conducting this way, and I am going to look at all of you. And we would like for you to join us in celebrating the reopening of this space by filling it with your sound along with ours. One of the conductors I sang with for many years would put it this way: even though we are indoors, please feel free to use your outdoor voice. They'll preview the melody for you. It's very simple. Don't be afraid to join on in and celebrate, not just by watching, but by really participating in the magic that can be created in this space. We hope that you will enjoy, not yet, orchestra. But we love you guys. Thank you again for coming to celebrate with us, and we hope you'll enjoy our final selection, Sing, by none other than Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber and Gary Barlow.